Everyone, my name is Cristian Niculescu. You know me for a lot of automation with UiPath. I did a lot of videos with ChatGPT and I did a lot of videos in the last time with SAP. Today we'll do another use case with Autopilot and SAP. So what's the idea? I will go inside of Autopilot and I'll say read invoice. This will call an automation from my PC, that this automation will go to my email, and from my Outlook email, he will extract the last email that has a PDF attached. And the last email that has a PDF attached will have an invoice. And this will be the invoice. So basically, I receive from a customer invoice, and this invoice was created based on the PO number that I have on SAP. Yeah, so I have to make a match between what I get on that invoice and what I have on my SAP on the PO number. So first job, like I said, it's the system will go to my email, get the last email with the PDF, and after he get the last email with the PDF, he will be able to extract data from the invoice. So basically, he will extract invoice number, he will extract all the items, he will extract the PO number and other stuff. Yeah, and with all this data will be displayed on Autopilot. Good. So I will, after he extract all the data, you see, he extract all the data. I will go to the Autopilot and I say this stuff. Get PO details from SAP. Okay? So the system will identify from here that he has the PO number, and he will go to a system in SAP. He will go to process that connect to SAP via BAPI, and he will get the details from this PO number. So he run. This stuff is running via BAPI with SAP, and I have here my instance of SAP, and this is my instance of SAP. I have this number, and you can see that in the PO number, this PO number, I have the same stuff like in the invoice, because first time we'll test when the invoice will perfectly match the PO number, and then we'll see difference. Yeah, so this is the perfect match. You see, you have the same values, the same number of the item, the same names, and so on. So I think my autopilot already finished with this one, and let's say that I want to make a decision. Yeah, to make a decision, I have a prompt here to not lose the time to write, and I say like this: compare the invoice with SAP, the invoice data from SAP, and make the conclusion in 100 words. Yeah, so he will compare the data from the invoice with the data from extract from SAP, and he will make a conclusion. The invoice number, data match perfectly. Both documents are the same items and so on. And he will transmit this via MS Teams. Yeah. So it's connected to MS Teams, and you see that here it's sending this data to MS Teams to Test Robot General. Okay, perfect. So in this way, the system was able to take the data from the email, compare the data with SAP, and make a decision on tips. Let's make with another invoice. So let's use this invoice. Invoice is without stuff. So basically, I don't have a match here. So let's say read invoice. So in this way, I show you let me show you the next invoice. So the invoice without data. So this one with miss. So you see, we have regular and we have extra. So we don't have what we in SAP we have Q regular and dynamic. So you see that I have a material that is missing from SAP. Yeah. So let's see how the system will be able to analyze this. So the idea is to be able to use the power of AI to compare data from what I receive on the invoice. Let's say get details from SAP. So to be able to compare what I get from the customer inside of the invoice, extract data from the invoice and so on, and compare the data with what I have on SAP. Like I said, the connection from SAP is done very well, very fast via BAPI. So basically, you just call a BAPI command and get the data from SAP. So the system is able to get this two chunk of data, and he's able to compare this data and make a decision on this data. Yeah. So here is the power of AI to make the decision on this one. Yeah. So you see he extract the data from SAP, and you see that's the difference. And we'll send this command with make So you see that I have this invoice contain this one. SAP includes dynamics. So he see the difference, yeah. So you see that you have significant discrepancies from this one, yeah. And we communicate this to the to this one, yeah. But let's see what happened in another case. So show significant discrepancy. Yeah, so we see that we have discrepancy. Okay, let's go and use another one. So let's see here when that we don't when so I have here invoice in read invoice, and I will show you what I have on this invoice. So in this invoice, we go here. So it's one without the number. Other PO. Let's go on the this one is working. So with other PO, so basically I have the invoice that it's something missing, but the PO number is not the same like in SAP, and you will see that here. If I go to my SAP instance, you see that I have this number, and if I search for the number that I put on the PO, so instead of this one, I will search for this one that I have on the invoice. You will see that I don't find it. So when I go to Autopilot and say get PO details from SAP, you'll see that the Autopilot will be able to communicate with SAP and say that, man, I don't have this PO. So basically, he's not able to compare stuff, yeah? Let's say run. Because my PO here was like this, so the valid PO that I have, it's this one, 22, and you said that the big one is not available. I attempt to retrieve the PO, and unfortunately, I was not able to locate this one, yeah? So I'm not able to locate the PO on SAP. So again, I can put to make an to send a conclusion. Let's say here in maximum to make and send. So he get the invoice. He extract the PO. He's not able to find the PO in SAP. Yeah, but this PO is not find in SAP. Yeah. So this can suggest potential issue with the PO recording system and so on and so on. So very fast he was able to make a decision on this stuff. And again, we have our decision to invoice comparison, and we have decision on Microsoft Teams. And the last case, let's do the last case. Let's go here on the email, and on the email we have something with extract. So basically, I have everything from let's say read invoice. So I have everything from the invoice that I have on SAP, but I have also extra stuff. So let's take a look here. In SAP, we have two elements, yeah. So we have QM regular and QM dynamic, and here on this PDF with extra, let's see what we have. We have also extra elements on our invoice, and let's see how the system will be able to work with this one. Let's wait for the read because it's reading the invoice, so it's going reading my email. Then on the invoice, it's reading the invoice, and it's extracting also with DU. It's extracting all the data from that invoice. Yeah, the data that I need to compare. Get PO details from SAP. Again, on SAP, like I said, it's a BAPI command. I will show you very fast on. So after we finish the demonstration, I will show you very fast what is inside of the workflows. Yeah, I will open the workflows and I'll show you what is inside of the workflows. So again, we'll make the comparison, we'll make the decision. So the idea is we are able to use the artificial intelligence in the connection with our performance workflow to be able to compare data and make decision on the data. Yeah. Let's go and take this decision. say maximum. So details match, but however, in SAP doesn't include the item 30 QM extra that is present on the invoice. So you see that the system knows that we have something additional. However, the invoice includes additional items. Yeah. So we send this to Microsoft Teams. And we have this communication on Microsoft Teams on general group. So you see all the particular case with missing the invoice, having everything match, missing items, have extra items, and so on. Okay, like I promised, let's see. I will show you what is inside of the workflow. So bear me with a minute. Okay, back. So what I have on the first automation that is reading invoice, basically I have a for each on my email, and then I say that I have a current. If I have an attachment, if I have attachment, I go and download the attachment, and then I extract from the first attachment. I extract different collections. So I have here the invoice number, extract number, and here extract all the items. So basically here for invoice for the items inside of JSON, I provide him here instruction. The instruction is like this. So basically he has to extract all the items from the invoice and he has to build the JSON like this. So I provide him an example of JSON and so on. So the system will be able to extract this system like this. Okay. So then I set a variable, the invoice number, the PO number, and the data with the JSON, and I will go outside. Yeah. So this is the way how I extract data from the invoice. Then when I go to SAP, I say I have here execute BAPI, and on execute BAPI, I use get PO details. I use the PO number because I have the PO number input. So here you can see that I have a PO number input and I have a result which is the output. Yeah. So I have the PO number from the invoice. I search for this one with SAP. Then I said I create a list with JSON. So I create a JSON with the records. So here I have an object that it's a list of geo object. Yeah. And on this list, when I go here, so after I get the PO of BAPI, I will do a for each on the tables, PO items that if they have count more than 0. And I say PO items. And for each PO item, I put data in the JSON. So take a look on what I have here. I have this data and I have the number, the quantity, the net unit, and the description. So I extract from here from SAP object, PO quantity, net and text. Okay. I extract this one, and on the end, I put this all these small objects in a big array JSON, yeah, because it's an array of items, yeah, array of items. So I add on this array of items multiple objects, okay, and then I put the JSON to the result, yeah. So I extract to have the result is the output, and in the end, the last one with the send message, you see it's only an uh, um, only one activity. So basically, I send this message to test the robot general channel with the input message, and the rest of the stuff, the autopilot make the decision and make the comparison between the data that is coming from in the invoice and data that's coming from SAP. As usual, if you like my videos, please subscribe to my channel, comment to my videos, and tell me what else you want to see on my channel. Yeah. Thank you very much for watching. Stay safe. Have a good one. Bye bye.